Rightio, welcome to the 2000 Days World Tour. Um, I did make a 1000 Days World Tour hang on, like maybe like a year ago. So if you want a little bit of context for how everything has changed and how much work I've done in 1000 days, I'd recommend seeing that one first. But without further ado, let's get into it. I'm gonna be going in about the same order as I did the first tour, so just so it's easier to see them compared side by side. But yeah, so oh, and just FYI, I'm gonna be playing with the controller, so the my finger controls aren't gonna be taking up so much room on the screen. So yeah, now we can get into it. So this is my. It was originally a creeper farm, but I forget what update it was that messed up the spawning stuff. So now it's just a regular mob spawner with a trident killer, I think it's called. So yeah, here I'll get you a better view from the outside. Here it is. It's I I don't want to call it basic, but it's a mob farm. So yeah. So let's get into the better stuff. So then, I did do a lot of progress in this area, which is my like farms and like kind of industrial place where everything is farmed. So yeah. But yeah, I think in the 1000 days this was not complete. So I just dug this down all the way to Bedrock, and I felt like leaving all the diamonds because I don't need them and it looks cool. So there's that. But yeah, it's just a hole that goes to Bedrock. There really wasn't any reason to doing it. I just thought, hey, it'd be cool to dig a hole. It'd show how much progress I've done. But yeah. So I built this crane as well, just to hold up this damn it. To hold up the geode. And then this is where I stored most of the blocks that I haven't used yet. So I think most of these are filled with stuff. So yeah. It's just a bunch of blocks from the hole. And then you can probably see it, the big boat in the background. In the 1000 Days tour, I think I did show a boat, but it was my first attempt at a boat. I think it was the first build in this whole world, actually. So here, I'll just show you. It's this little guy right here. This was the first one. And that's the second boat right over there. So I'll go show it to you since this boat is new and big and better. I've built a lot of boats in the past, but I think this one's the best one. Not to pat myself on the back too much, but yeah. Here's the mast. This is the deck. I kind of wanted it to be like a merchant ship. That's what I was going for, but yeah. Here, I'll show you below. Actually, I'll show you the captain's room first. Pretty cool. And then I'm actually really proud of myself with these stairs because you don't really hit your head all that much, and they're really compact. Like, I outdid myself with that one. But yeah, below deck is really empty, so I might fill that up, might not. Doesn't matter, I don't really come down here. It's about the outside. The outside looks cool. But for those people, for the pretty much everybody who hasn't seen the 1000 Days tour, all this deck is new. This harbor is really new. The retaining wall, this one right here is brand new. Kind of hard to miss that guy right there. All brand new. Well, brand new for you guys. This has been here for hundreds of days. But yeah, it goes all the way over there. This is a broken moss farm and bone meal farm. It has something to do with this timer thing over here where this moss block is. Can't figure it out, so I'll probably tear down the whole thing and then rebuild it again. These two guys are a gold farm that I recently got back working with a item sorter, so all the items don't just despawn when I'm farming XP down there. Yeah, I'll show you the item sorter. Oh yeah, this thing right here is a basalt generator. Because when I originally built it, I figured I could mine basalt and farm gold when this was still running gold to over there. But yeah, item sorter sorts the rotten flesh and the nuggets and the ingots, and then the swords just get dumped over there. But yeah, it's kind of loud here, so we'll move on to the next little tidbit of stuff here. Walkways. Beacon. Beacon's fun. This is a tree farm. It uses an obscene amount of bone meal, so I don't use it. Like, this amount of bone meal here could maybe get me 2 or 3 trees. So it's really inefficient and just not worth it. But yeah, this guy right here was originally like a piston feed tape, so the wood would come this way and then push that way so I can get more wood, but it just never ended up working out since it's so expensive. And especially because the bone meal farm doesn't work, so yeah. Bamboo farm. I haven't actually really used bamboo, so it just fills space right now. And then this over here is the sugarcane farm. It's 3 levels right now. I don't think I'll expand it anymore since it's more sugarcane than I use. But yeah. And then over here is the trusty iron farm where I get all the blocks from my beacons. So that's real nice. Sound of iron golems. Yep, it's a good farm. And then we have the house that I built over here, which replaced the open air concept I had before. Bed up there, shulker boxes, and barrels and chests filled with random stuff all over the floor because I don't have a proper storage system here. And then we have a pen for sheep because I haven't built a sheep or wool farm yet, so they're all just in there. Bee farm. Chicken farm. A super smelter with 64 furnaces, I think. So yeah, it smelts way fast. So yeah. And then this is supposed to be a wheat field, but I have to replant it every time it grows. And I don't feel like doing that all the time, so I just leave it like this since I really don't use that much wheat. And then lava farm, obviously. Oh, that big ugly thing. That is the first mob spawner that never ended up working. I don't know why it doesn't work. It's exactly the same as any other regular mob farm where you have the 4 platforms and the trapdoors and the water. So I don't know why it doesn't work, but it don't work. So there's that. Go down here. Cow pen. I'm currently eating them right now, so there's not that many of them. Oh, this was going to be a fishing farm, but never got to it since I don't need it anymore. But yeah, that's basically this entire industrial district. Let me see if I can get a good view of it here. Yeah, there we go. A lot of work around here and everything. So yeah, I'm actually really proud of this area. And future expansion is basically just do this and build another wall so it'll look fancy or whatnot. But let's move on to yeah, let's just move on to the next area. When I originally made this world, I wasn't really thinking of infrastructure and whatnot since it was not going to be a forever world, just more of a 2-week phase kind of world, but it ended up being the forever world, so the infrastructure kind of sucks. So I'm usually starving, even though I'm 2,000 days in, full netherite and all that, so need to work on that. But, oh, if you didn't see the first world tour, there's another area over there, but I did nothing with it, so there's nothing really to show. I don't think I updated the nether hub, but that is something I want to fix for the 3,000 days video. When I get around to, no, when I should say when I get around to doing that. Yeah, I'm gonna fix up the entire nether hub to look more steampunky, to be like a steampunk theme, and then on top of that, just to be bigger, wider, easier to move around in, and look nicer and be more expensive. I'm thinking glass, copper, and gold would look really nice with that aesthetic. But now we're gonna move into the trial chamber that I found. I won't be showing the trial chamber since there's nothing much to show other than a naturally generated structure, but I made this wizard-looking tower. I'm not too happy with how I did this area up here, but it is what it is, and I don't feel like changing it. So, but I am really proud of the interior up there. So we'll get up there in a jiffy. A slow jiffy, but a jiffy. I haven't played on a controller in so long. I can get up these stairs so much quicker from using my fingers. And here it is. Ta-da! So yeah, like a little observatory thing. A chair with the book on the table. Yeah. You'll be seeing a lot more of the cross banner because, I don't know, I thought it'd be cool if like the whole thing was like a lore part where everyone's part of the same like ruler kingdom type thing. So yeah. So yeah, the blue and white banner will be recurring theme. Oh, and the trial chamber is literally just down these stairs, but it's way down there, so not going down there. And then I fixed up the world spawn, so now it looks nice. So we'll get to that right now. Alrighty. That's not supposed to be there. Oh well. Okay, world spawn is just this way. Oh, yes, I did expand this part of the nether hub, but I'm gonna end up tearing it down soon, so... But it was nice. Now, this is a solo world, so I'm the only player on it, obviously. So it gets lonely. So world spawn is where I decided I'm going to imagine other people play here and pretend I'm not alone in this world. So here is spawn. And what I mean by that is there are literally signs that say replant all farmed crops and whatnot. A horse. Replant all farmed crops, and then coordinates to all the places. There they are. Upstairs is a bedroom, and it's funny. Don't take bed. Don't take all the items. And then here, I'll show you the what is this called? Like a turret battlement. Yeah, it's a cool little castle. I think. Oh yeah. And then if you follow this path, it leads you back to the industrial district or the port or whatever you want to call it. Follows it that way. So the entire world is walkable, and you don't actually need to go through the nether to get to places, though it is so much faster that way. And then the trial chamber is like somewhere that way or that way, so it's like really close. Moving on. This is just a rudimentary mine. It doesn't go anywhere. It didn't do anything down there. If you've ever played Minecraft, you know what it looks like down at the bottom. It's not hard to imagine. Unless I did something and I forgot about it, which... We're already moving on, so it doesn't matter. Alright, next place I'm going to show you all is... I don't actually remember what the next place is. Alright, my main base, my home base. Really made a lot of progress there. I think the most progress I've made is at the port and my home base, since that's basically where I was at during these 1,000 days. So yeah. But yeah, like all this, like the stairs and everything, like the ceiling is it's just too low for me. 3 blocks isn't enough. I was thinking of making it like a 5x5, so 5 that way and then 5 up, just so it's more spacious and I'm not hitting my head on the lamps and everything. And then revamping all this so it's not netherrack, which, I mean, this netherrack definitely looks better than what it used to look like. But yeah, Haven't changed this at all. So, just wheat, furnace, chest, another portal right here. Alright. So, yeah. This is the nether portal on the overworld side. I haven't changed this. This is exactly the same as the previous world tour, I think. But yeah, I'll show you bit by bit. So I did finish this guy right here. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I'll cut that out. So I did finish this Japanese temple looking thing. I followed a tutorial online. If you just look up Japanese pagoda, I think it's the first one that pops up. So, yeah. But in the video they used dark oak, but I wanted cherry wood, so replaced all the dark oak butts with cherry wood, which I think it looks better this way. Yeah, there's really no continuity with the rest of the village or home base, but it looks cool and it's big, so it shows progress, I guess. I've got this. Come on. Yeah, here it is. Oh, don't want to show that yet. But yeah, the roof looks nice. Everything looks nice. That village over there is going to be a project for 3,000 days, which I'll talk about a little bit later. And then if we go downstairs, a little bit faster, please. Come on. If we go downstairs and all the way down, I made an entrance because this is technically just sitting by itself on top of this mountain. So I made an entrance down here, and this entrance is actually pretty much all me. Didn't need any tutorials or anything, so proud of myself. Light up wall. Those sea lanterns were a butt to get since the ocean monument I found is so far away, and I don't have a farm there yet, so pain in the butt. But yeah. Oh, but this... I guess I'm hungry now. But this, what is this, like Arch Tory Gate thing? I think it was a Reddit post. But if you just search up Tory Gate, just went off of that, so yeah. That's that. Looks nice. This gorge hasn't changed at all. Oh, except for this stone. I've been trying to make it look prettier. Oh, this changed. So basically what I was trying to do here, because eventually this is... Actually, hang on. I'll explain this first. So basically what I wanted is there's a daylight sensor on that side of the mountain. So during the day, this is down, but at night, this will pop up. But they keep breaking. I don't know why. It works in the tests world I have. Completely fine there, but breaks here. They're built exactly the same, so... You know what? I'll show you the guts. I will show you the guts. Where are the guts? Here we go. See? I don't think it's nighttime yet, but... I mean, they worked, I think. I actually have no idea if it worked. You know what? Let's see if it worked. Yeah, the daylight sensor is just over here and just powers this piston, which powers this redstone, which that might be the problem, but no idea. Don't really do redstone all that much. I don't have stone. Well, gonna have to fix that later. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, it doesn't work. Oh, no, it did work. Yeah, so now you can't see the pistons at the bottom. At night you can, but right now you can't. But yeah, it did not work how I wanted it to. I have 4 beacons now over here. So one over there, there, and obviously right here. But yeah, this is my home base. This was also an acacia village. I just kind of took it over. The villagers died. I didn't kill them. I don't remember. It happened a long time ago. But yeah. I will do a flyover of all of these guys, but a lot of these guys are new. Everything is mostly paved, but there are like these empty areas that I just darn it, that I don't know what to do with. So if anybody watches this, leave a comment on what I should put in these little areas to just fill it in a little bit. Well, yeah, here's this central square, fisherman hut type thing with a pond, a blacksmith's house, another tower. Oh yeah, and then I made a mine here. Yeah, well, this is a lumber yard. And this is a storehouse that, I don't know, it feels a little empty, but no idea. The mine I'm talking about is all the way over here. And I was thinking I should, like, make it one uniform stone, like, mine going all the way down. Oh, right. There's this guy over here, this other part of my mine. So I think finishing up the mountain build, I needed a lot more cobblestone because the hole I made over at the industrial district wasn't enough. So I just started digging tunnels and I decided to just make it look pretty. Or as pretty as it can be without putting a lot of effort into it. But yeah, just a bunch of these side tunnels going all the way that way. Come on. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay. What else have I built here? Oh yeah, Happy Ghast. He doesn't do much, haven't done anything with it yet. Don't know if I ever will, but he just floats around, so it's cool. This is sort of like a town. Oh yeah, a flower mural thing. Wow, almost broke that glass real fast. Anyways, it's like a church town hall thing. Cool. So when I do get around to having villagers here and I zombie proof everything, it'll be cool. Farmer's hut with all the animals on all four sides. A wheat field on this side with a hut over there. And then another storage barn thing here. It's a little thin just because I didn't have all that much room between the field and the farms over here, but I think it looks nice. Horse stable with 2 donkeys, 2 horses. I think this horse has a name. What's that horse doesn't have a name? It's this horse that has a name. What did I name him? Marcus Aurelius. Don't know if I spelled it right, but that's who he is. Armadillo. So those are all the new additions. Oh, wait. Not all the new additions. The 2 giant statues over here. I actually had to rewatch my first world tour to see what I actually improved on, but yeah, these 2 guys are new. It's just I followed a tutorial on YouTube. Just look up giant knight statue, I think it was, and these 2 guys will pop up, or one of them, but just mirrored it on the other side. And then I fixed up the entrance to, oh yeah, all this moss is new. I forgot. I'll talk about that later. Hang on. Don't get distracted. The walk up to the nether portal looks better now. As you can tell, I really like the cherry trees. Cherry trees, they look nice. Lit it up more so zombies and stuff don't spawn. I have not changed. Oh wait, hang on. Yeah, no, I haven't really changed much with this. This might look different since creepers probably blew it up and I fixed it again and again and again. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this area is completely new, or not new, it's the same. Polished that up. But yeah, it's pretty much the same in here, but what has changed ever so slightly is the amount of chests down here. So I think on the first world tour it was just these couple of chests here, but I filled it out all the way around. And I mean, I think this mural on the floor is really nice, but I feel like I could put more stuff, like more rows of chests, like rings, different rings. So you have the outer ring, the inner ring, and like a middle ring, but then the floor would get covered up, but we'll see how that goes. I think this is wool, and then concrete, and then glass. So yeah, just really just general storage of stuff I didn't have on the inside up here. My ender chest. Oh, this would probably help making things look easier, huh? How do I use it? Yeah. Okay. All this is the same. Same. And same here. I will sleep so it looks better. Oh yeah, this was a mod that I no longer use because I couldn't figure it out, but it's a question mark block, so it looks cool. Dog. Raid banners. I have attempted to try and make one, but it's at the limit, so you can't put the black border around it. Like there's only a certain number of times that you can dye a banner, and this is it right here. One more time and I could put the border around, but it is what it is. Oh, I think this is new. So music discs. Don't have much of them since I'm not a connoisseur of music discs at the moment. But yeah, the mount. Oh, hang on. I will give you a flyover first. Here we go. I think it looks filled out, except for this area over here. That's what I was talking about. Like from the sky, it looks not as filled out. Like from the ground, it looks like it's really busy, which I want. But then like there's areas like this and like right over here and over there where it's just moss green, which I mean is fine, but it could be better. This is a project for 3,000 days, another project. It is going to be a coliseum just to fill out like this area over here for the backdrop, since I already have this mountain which I built, which is untextured, which could look better when I texture it, but honestly texturing is new to me, so it's just cobblestone and grass on top. Yeah, so needs work. Replanted the forest. But yeah, so like this mountain covers all around here, and then we'll have a coliseum in the background there. So the base will be framed well. It'll be like, it's just gonna look nice. And then I showed off this river thing in the last video, so if you want to see that, look at that. Look at the other video. Man, getting tripped up on my words. But yeah, made a passage through the mountain. Like I said, the world is walkable, so you don't have to go all the way around it. So yeah, you can go through this guy, like this. And this is what I mean by new to texturing. Like the floor, I think it looks good, but like it's missing something. Like it just doesn't look like this is good right here. This can transition to the desert, but like this over here, it needs work. I don't know what to work on, which is kind of a bummer. But yeah, if you remember, the villager trading hall is over there, and I forget, but I also did a lot of work over there. So we are going to take the nether hub that way, since I also updated that. Oh, hit a wall. Okay. Okay, it is literally just up these stairs over this way. So what I mean, I built, like, it's updated over here. Gosh darn it. Cool. But yeah, villager trading hall. It is not done yet. Like, the hall is, but, like, the villagers aren't set up yet. So, I'll show you that, too. So yeah, this is the new villager trading hall. Well, this building is. This one is just for the nether portal. The twist design is from a Reddit post. Don't remember the user, but if you look up twisted Minecraft building and look through the Google images, it'll be one of them. And basically what I did, like they use different blocks, but I basically just counted the twists because I couldn't get this twist thing on my own. So counted that and then built it to make it look like another portal and whatnot. So yeah, there's that one. And then I made it look better, made it kind of like an oasis kind of thing. At least that's what I was going for. Villager trading hall, that I'll talk about later. Space elevator goes all the way up to build height, so I can just go back home that way if I don't feel like going through the nether and I don't have to waste rockets. So we'll probably finish the video up there. And this is what I meant by not done yet. So if you remember, the workstations were all around here and it was just this one floor. And so I put them in boats, made it so there's a floor for every workstation or every villager job. And then there's this elevator here. I think this is... I don't remember who made this one. I think it was either Etho or Exuma from the Hermitcraft series. They had an elevator like this, and I was like, oh, that's cool. So built it. So you can see there is they're mostly empty. I'm starting from top to bottom. So if we go all the way to the top, here we go. The librarians, they get the penthouse suite since they're the ones that get me all the good gear. But yeah. So these are all the ones that I had already traded with. And then I'm planning on building another building on that house right there where my cursor is, because that's where my mending villager is. Yeah, when this was like a village and whatnot, I trapped all the villagers here and then trapped him over there, and I don't feel like moving him because it was a pain in the butt to move all these villagers from the bottom to the top, and I will show you why. Come on. That is not what I wanted to do. Okie dokie. Come on. So it's just around back here. It's just a rail system, but it was a pain in the butt. Oh, yeah, this is what I was talking about, the banners. Nope. And I do build a lot, and my base is in the acacia biome because it doesn't rain there. And I don't like the rain. It just kind of fills up the whole screen, makes the game lag a bit more since I am playing on a phone, which is an iPhone 14, which, it's not that old, but it's starting to struggle a bit. I can tell. Like, I fought the Wither a couple days ago, and if you don't know, the Bedrock Wither likes to charge at you, and like a genius, I thought, I'll fight it underground. It was a bad idea since all the block entities, when an item breaks and it like drops the item, like that, there were hundreds of these because the Wither was just breaking blocks left and right. So not only was I dying to the Wither, I was being lagged out by the Wither. So yeah. And then this goes to the end portal. So yeah, that's literally just this purpose here. Now the end, I have done absolutely nothing with it. But I'm planning to change that in the 3,000 and 4,000 days videos. So, oh, come on, there we go. So yeah, I'll go up here and I'll talk about what is to come. Holy cow, that was a lot of damage. It's great weather, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that's better. We're almost there. Oh yeah, interesting tidbit. When you build to world height, the glowstone, like when I originally built it, like the light wouldn't come up past build height. I don't know if it still does that after I updated, but that's how it was when I built it. So yeah.